Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is MediaTruder, and welcome back to Fallout 76, which I've decided to revisit just for a one-off because we've got ourselves some new content. And potentially more importantly, we've got a much better view of how Bethesda are probably going to be treating Fallout 76 going forward. Now we've seen the roadmap and all of that business. Up to this point, it feels like they've mainly been focused on taking what was already there, trying to tweak things, trying to get the foundation shored up a little bit. But now with the Free Wild Appalachia update, it feels like the focus is moving more towards new content. And while I do hope they continue working on the base game's foundations, because there's definitely more work to be done there too, I do welcome new content. Because once you're actually done with the Scorched Beast Queen, if you log back into this game, honestly, there's not that much to do. There's not much going on aside from low-level events you'll probably have already completed. So the addition of more events, more stuff going on is definitely welcome. Anyway, let's dive in and see what's going on here. So, let's start off with the big one right here. So we've got the sleepy little town of Helvetia. Didn't really do anything in the base game, it was just sort of here. But now, finally, with this special event, it gets to flipping do something. At least for the next few days. Speaking of which, I'm going to mispronounce absolutely all of this because I don't actually speak a word of German. And also this is Swiss German, which is a slight variant upon German and not actually the same. So I asked Claire for some help, but then she made all sorts of weird sounds I probably can't recreate because I'm just not practiced in that sort of thing. So welcome to the Faustnacht event, is I believe how it potentially should be pronounced. Though if you happen to be a German-Swiss immigrant to America, do feel free to correct me, of course.
Willkommen! Welcome to Helvetia, home of America's finest Fastnacht celebration.
Okay, he said like Faustnacht, so maybe I'll stick with that. That'll be absolutely fine. And yeah, because this is an event, it's not happening all the time. But thanks to the magic of editing, you can skip straight to the exciting bits. Ah, here we go. The event has started literally seconds ago, and this place is already swarming with people. And we have got ourselves quests here. So, we have got to find ourselves Protectron Marchers. Because we're not going to do the marching ourselves, obviously. We're going to let robots handle that for us. So first things first, let's just clear out all of the flipping Scorched. And then we need to find ourselves some Protectron Marchers who someone's already flipping found. Lovely. Yeah, as you can see, pretty much the entire map has already decided to show up for this one. Because, yeah, this is the reason everyone's... Oh, hello, there's a honey beast over here. It's only level 16, though, so we'll just finish that off. Okay. Also, I've officially defeated the... Oh, I can help defeat the honey beast. I feel like I'm actually one of the, one of the highest level players here. So I can probably help out with that. Though while I'm passing by, there's decorations to be done, too. And everybody wants to do this. Right, decorations. Oh, choosing decorations. Oh, I'm doing that. That's way better than just killing a honey beast. Right, choose decorations. American bunting, Helvetia banner, fir branches. That sounds nice. We've got a jubilant decorator right over here. And ceiling decorations. White, wintry. I'm going to go for wintry. There we go. So we're just sorting all of this out. This is lovely. And I think that person's just selected that. But if I get the option, I don't know what a twisted effigy is, but I'll go for some of that. Now, defeat honeybees at the honey house, which is over here. Right, so yeah, a lot of stuff's happening. The honeybeast is... I think this is the honey house, isn't it? And... well, I'm hearing a lot of... cheerful beekeeper. Where's the actual... I'm seeing bees. I'm not actually seeing a, this was the honey house, right? Yes, there we go. Honey house. Job done. So, donate eggs from the stream to the pantry. Wait, what? What eggs? Okay, eggs from the stream. There's a lot going on here. Also, we need to find more Protectron Marchers. There's... presumably... ah! I see eggs down over here. Lovely. So, oh, there's also rad toads. I'll just be taking care of them for you. Lovely. Oh, grab some more eggs. Right, I've got like 12 right there. That's got to be enough. The entire server has just shown up for this one. So, yeah, some of these things are quite simple to do. Now, everyone's flipping here. Still, it is nice to see everybody all in one place, because this doesn't normally happen. This is the most people I've seen in one place since launch day. Right, this will be the pantry in here, presumably. This seems like a kitchen. So, head through to here. Donate eggs to the pantry. Yes, this will be the pantry. Donate a bunch of eggs. That's up to, 19. Okay, someone needs to bring just like one more. So, we've got the eggs in place now. We also need to find the marchers. who are somewhere or another. So let's just actually find ourselves some Protectrons too. At this point, I'm trying to do at least one of each objective before someone else does it all for me. Because there's a lot of flipping people here today. Well, someone's found the 4th. I do not know where the 5th is. At this point, yes, there's talk of donating honey from the honey house. So I know where that is. So honey house to the candle maker. Gotta make all of this happen. Now, the bees might be about to attack me. But that's absolutely fine. I can probably handle a few bees. So bees... Bees. Actually, the bees don't seem to be attacking me. They don't seem to care. There we go. That's all the beeswax will need. Flip, where's the candlestick maker? I don't know where the candlestick maker actually is. Oh, here we go. So, donate the beeswax. There we go. I'm contributing. And now we've just got to donate intestines from animals to the butcher's cooler. So, we need to find some animals. Ideally, ones that have got flipping, intestines. Not sure which ones do, but presumably some do. And then, the parade will begin. Looks like someone else found the 5th robot. And, ooh, they're wearing creepy bloody masks. And, the fur decorations, which I specified. Honestly, this would probably work slightly better with slightly fewer people showing up. But when you have a time-limited event in a game where, there's not a huge amount going on after the end game, everyone is going to show up for this event, so we've used about a quarter of our time and we're already about 90% done. Ooh, I think I've found some things I could potentially kill. Yeah, I think I can handle this, including, ooh, legendaries. Lardy flipping dar. Right, you go down. Have you got intestines on you? No, you've not got intestines. And just toss a grenade over there. And maybe one more, just for good luck. Ooh, Exterminator's Tyrine. That's completely useless. Get out of my way. I'm trying to pick up caps. We've also learned something valuable about mutant hounds here. Apparently they're so mutated, they don't have intestines anymore. Oh, but squirrels, though, they might have. They've got intestines. Right, so we're just murdering squirrels. I feel like there's more meat on a mutant hound, but whatever. Oh, I think some people have actually got enough intestines already, so I just get some free intestines for me. And... okay, if anything bad's going to happen, it's going to happen during the parade. Prepare for the parade to begin. Do we now have to wait 20 minutes? We may have done this a little bit too fast. Well, I guess time to get a nice photo with the marchers then. There we go, lovely. That sort of matches their expressions. Oh good, the parade is off. We didn't actually need to wait for 20 minutes, though. Uh-oh, there's a couple of party poopers up ahead. Right. Get out the guns. We're going to take care of them. Together with vampires, people with power armor, various people from the Enclave. Oh, everyone's come together for the parade. Beautiful. I feel like this parade is going to be fine, actually. I'm not too desperately worried about the possibility of the parade being interrupted by 2 rad toads. Oh, level 5 rad toads as well. Well, I guess this event is happening in a low-level area, so just in case they've made the enemies quite manageable, yes. Right, toads coming in from the rear. Now you flipping dope. You're not going to ruin another Faustnack. Oh, here we go. We've actually got some bloody hell! We got some super mutants coming in. Oh, level 10 super mutants. Oh, I'm not worried. Yeah, we could have done with some slightly more difficult enemies than this Bethesda. In fact, yeah, why are you bringing in level 10s? I find this is a lowish level area, but oh, there's a suicider somewhere. I heard the beep. No, I think someone already took him out. I mean, sure, this is a low-level area, but maybe you can actually change the enemies based on who actually shows up, because there are a lot of high-level players here. We can do with more than level 10s. Suiciders are nice, though. We are getting a fair few suiciders showing up, so that's fun. And I see you there, and goodbye! Alright, they've done their loop. Barely anything else has shown up. Are we done? Master of Ceremonies, or do we need to do... No, we've got some wolves. Only level 10s, nothing too major there. Final bit of defense over here. And now everybody joins in. I feel like I could actually just won this by myself, to be honest. This doesn't seem like it's a massive issue. And get out of the way. Everyone okay? Yep, they all flipping survived.
It's time to chase away Old Man Winter in our most glorious of Helvetian traditions.
We're trying to. We're trying to do this thing you mentioned right now. Okay, march. Light the bonfire, and... But... My Molotov didn't go off for a second. I'd like to think I helped. Good job, team, and now everyone navs off. And I've got myself, ooh, the witch mask. That's nice. Has anyone got anything better? Hang on. That one's not so good. I quite like the witch one, but yeah, I would rather have had Terrifying Sea Captain, I think. And as I understand it, you can get a different mask every time you do this, so there might be a few different masks available. Right, so, that was actually surprisingly easy. I was assuming that, you know, the new events were going to act as post-endgame content to keep people coming back after they dealt with the Scorchbeast Queen, but yeah, that was pretty simple. I feel like even if only a handful of people had shown up, we could have done that. I probably could have done it by myself, to be honest, but alright, there we go. It's definitely not the most boring of events, but equally, I can't help be disappointed, because it's not the most interesting either. Some of the base game events are a bit more interesting than that. If anything, it reminds me of the event that happens... Oh, where is it? Here we go, Bolton Greens. There's an event over there which is very, very similar, where you have to, like, go and gather some stuff, find some Protectrons. It strikes me as very, very similar to that. So, that's event number 1. Time to move on to number 2, which actually came out last week, but it struck me as so small it didn't deserve its own video, so I'm going to cover both of them in a double bill right now. And that is The Secret of Nukashine. And that brings us back over here to Morgantown. This is the big road on the east side of town that's slightly raised over the rest of it. Wasn't really used for anything in the base game, but now it is officially Fraternity Row. So we've got Delta Tau Epsilon over there, and Eta Psi Epsilon Tau. That's quite a long one. That's a very, very long chapter name right over there. But yeah, I don't really get fraternities, to be perfectly honest. Like, we don't really have them in Britain, like, at all. So my only exposure to them is in, like, American TV shows and movies, where, as far as I can tell, they're a club that in order to join, you need to go through hazing, which is like voluntary legal torture, and then as a result of joining them, you get to drink a lot of alcohol, which you could do anywhere without joining the club. It's not like they're the only people in town with an alcohol license, so I don't really understand them, to be perfectly honest, but apparently it's an important American thing, so screw it, we'll go along with it. In fact, you know what? We're going to get into the bloody spirit of things here. There we go. I've put on my varsity blazer. I don't know what varsity is either, but I'm going to assume it's like something to do with frat houses or something. I don't know. It may or may not be relevant. Anyway, go B! Whatever B stands for. And my starting point over here is to, yes, attend the Pi Kappa Mu fraternity party. So I guess we're just basically doing a whole lot of booze. Gotcha. And so begins the new quest, Wasted on Nukashine. Find the source of a dangerously potent beverage. You say this, I'm going to bet by the end of this we're going to be drinking it ourselves. So they were in the process of being evicted just before the Great War for every infraction under the sun, destruction of property, fire code, health code, disorderly conduct, diddly diddly dee, and they weren't taking care of their lawn. What a bunch of bastards. Right, so logically, if I wanted to figure out what they were drinking, these kegs would actually be a sensible way of doing it. And, ooh, I like it when this happens. I don't actually have a quest marker. I just know it's somewhere inside this area, so I need to figure it out for myself. So alright then, this is... Yep, this is looking a little bit on the dodgy side. Excuse me, don't bite me, you stupid diseased bastard. Right, handful of little enemies, but no, this is not about fighting enemies. This is about investigation. Good! Fallout 76 needed more quests like this. Well, we've got moonshine jugs here, but I feel like the answer's not quite that simple. Ah, this looks more appropriate. We've got ourselves a vintage Nukashine. Well, not everyone was drinking that. Some people were definitely drinking the moonshine. I found it right here. Notes from his computer. So, a different house, the Pets, possibly the Eta Psi's, we saw them up the road. They're total loser eggheads. Some of them are pretty cool, especially the ones that just opened this hot new speakeasy near campus, but they won't tell me where it is or how to get in until you guys stop being jerks to them. Alright, so they were the ones making the moonshine made of Nuka-Cola. Good, so we need to find them, and I think we know where that house is already. It was up at the corner. I'm pretty sure I saw Eta Psi. Email from Judy of Eta Psi. She is the chapter president. Please note down the plans for transferring Nukashine to Pi House for your party. And Lewis, presumably a member of Eta Psi, is the only person that knows the formula. So, Vintage Nukashine increases unarmed damage by 100%, decreases sprint action point cost, and increases action point regen by 50%. That's actually pretty good. I mean, the AP regen alone, that's decent. Sprinting cost down is always nice. Unarmed's not so great, but honestly, unarmed really needs a big improvement because right now it was kind of terrible next to melee. So, okay, that deals with some issues, absolutely. Let's flip in, have a quick drink, and 30 rads. Alright, and now everything's blue. So clear out the... Clear out some party crashers while under the effects of Nuka Shine. I'm guessing... You know what, I'm just going to get out my shotgun at this point. I feel like this is a good idea, yes. Right, so... Clear out, you bastards. Stop trying to ruin our party. I'm going to stick it to the man by drinking alcohol, which makes sense somehow. Also, we never went down to the basement. What's going down in the basement? Ooh, a pool table. That's nice. Ah, here we go. Pledges, which I believe means new people who wanted to join, and one of them has ended up handcuffed to a pipe inside a side room. And yep, there's another one there too. I think their hand fell off, so this is all good stuff right here. Excuse me, naff off, man. We're just trying to get our buzz on over here. Something alcohol. And there we go. So it lasts 2 minutes. And then I blacked out. Ooh, are we going to do that drunk quest in Skyrim thing where now I'm going to wake up somewhere else and have to follow my own trail of destruction? Because that would be good. And here we go. Where am I? I think I'm somewhere in the Savage Divide. This is the Savage Divide music. No, actually. That's the bridge over there, so I can't be. I must actually be in the forest. Here we go. Right, just north of Charleston, south of Flatwoods. Okay, I made it a fair distance there. Not too far. Just across the forest with a massive shotgun. That's not too difficult to do, really. So, read the Nuka Shine label. At our alma mater stands a boy greying cold. The steps behind him are the first threshold. Okay, that's Vault-Tec University and the statue out front. Around to the right corner, study the street. Just to the left is the place where we meet. There you can stain your skin with ink, but find the back door and we'll get you a drink. So, around the right corner, a street. Just to the left is going to be a tattoo parlour. Find a back door, that's the speakeasy. Gotcha, nothing too complicated there. So, the boy greying cold, right there, and the steps behind him are the first threshold. Around the right corner, study the street. So, take a right here, and I believe there is actually a street right over in this direction. Yes, here we go. There's a street right here. Just to the left is the place that we meet. There is a tattoo parlour, absolutely spot on. So that's the front door. So loop round the back here, and we should find... There we flipping go. Big Al's Tattoo Parlour, except it's not. It's a secret moonshine thing. Ooh. And I'm not the only person here either. I'm going to wave hello to Ajax Duo, because I think we're here for the same purpose, which is to grab globes for their precious, precious screws. Oh, and cafeteria trays for their precious, precious plastic. This is way more valuable than Nuka Shine. Aluminium too. Ah, and as for the Nuka-Cola machine, secret flipping door. That's where the speakeasy actually is. Ooh, this place is nice. And several people have shown up. Yeah, okay, there's only like 2 new quests. I'm not too surprised everyone's showing up for it.
I'm not too shy to say I'm positively pleased to see you.
And we've got a wasted robot. Hello, Biv.
Now, would you be a doll and whip me up a batch of Nuka Shine so I can do my job, please? I do have the recipe right here, but I think I might have sort of kind of dropped part of it in the lock supply room. Don't you need?
Alright, got part 1 of the actual thing right there. So now we just head in over here. Except I can't get into the supply room because Judy, who we know about already, in, yeah, the Eat a Psy house, she's the only one with access. Alright, we know where that is. Let's go and find her house. But for the time being, yeah, some basic stuff I can already actually make. So, yeah, fermentable whiskey, vodka, rum, all of that good stuff. Just needs the right materials. So, yeah, glowing resin, razor grain, snaptail reeds, lovely. Here we go, Delta Sigma over there, but this is the one we want. Eta Psi. Excuse me. Don't you flip and run at me, you bastard. Though I'll admit I'm disappointed we actually get a quest marker. Like, really, what the game should do is just kind of leave you a little note about what each Greek letter looks like in the actual main fraternity party house where you start in, and then make you figure out which one is Eta Psi using that, because all these houses have different Greek letters written on them. That would be fun. That would be fun and interesting, but no, the tyranny of the quest marker continues. And this was, of course, yeah, a bit of an egghead house, so they said, and, ooh, you have robots and well laid out workbenches and all sorts. I approve. Okay, but this is adorable. It's a little chess set, but with tiny, tiny robot pieces. Oh, that's so cool. Right, I'm having absolutely all of these, by the way. They're awesome. What are they made of? I mean, logically, lead, which means I could melt them down and turn them into bullets. No, it's just steel. Boo. And you know the real tragedy of Fallout 76? You can't actually use those to actually make your own little awesome chess set and then try and play it inside your own house. Because now I've picked those up, if I actually just go over to one and say, drop the king, of course it's just a paper bag. Because we still don't have the ability to actually put items down within our own base, which is such a missed opportunity. I can't believe that still hasn't been fixed. That's like one of the first things that should have been put right after launch. Within the confines of your own base, you should be able to take items and place them, and then effectively, like, stick them in place. Oh, this room's pretty sweet, though. Right, I'm guessing this is going to be Lewis's room, because he was the one who kind of led this project, because he was really, really, really damn into Nuka. And yeah, we've got all the different Nuka types here, including... Hang on, yeah, the Nuka World variants. Were these even in the base game, or have these just been added in by this quest? I can't actually remember seeing these guys before. I've seen plenty of Nukas, Cherries, and Quantums, absolutely, but I think this little quest may have just added in all the Nuka World variants. Also, I really want to have my own version of this lamp. That's a pretty sweet lamp. So the Nuka Dark's just standard booze. The Nuka-Cola Wild is sort of okay. I mean, it's nice that it's, yeah, got 18% water in it, but then so do all Nukas by the Luxie of them. So, you know what? I'll drink some of that as well. The Nuka-Cola Orange is not bad, because, yeah, that's kind of like Nuka-Cola Quantum. Not quite as good, but, yeah, it doesn't have the rads in it, which is very, very nice indeed. Still does a very healthy amount of healing, decent amount of AP. Yeah, the Orange is actually not bad. There we go. Confirmation of the password on her terminal. And confirmation here, Lewis's mother works for General Atomics. Though, interestingly, Judy recognised the Robo-Brains, even though previously it's always kind of been suggested that research into Robo-Brains was, you know, kind of secret and probably very illegal. So, this gets me into the back area, and there is the second part of the ingredients. 3 nuclear material. Right, so it was extremely radioactive. There's some nuclear waste, spot on. There's a bit more, and hang on, there we go. There's the third, lovely. I can see why she'd have locked away this room. So yeah, she had an illegal drunk Robo-Brain and also a room full of toxic waste. Spot on. So corn, razor grain, wood, boiled water, Nuka-Cola Quantum, got some of that already, and of course the 3 nuclear material. And we've got that one already. So the only things I'm missing are razor grain and boiled water. Okay, I think I know where we can get some of that. Silver Homestead definitely has a giant pile of corn and razor grain floating around next to it. That's nice and easy. But yeah, the game is flagging there's a source of boiled water just to the south of Morgantown. Ah, here we go. It's not necessarily the boiled water you're pushing me towards. It's a little farm on the outskirts of town that I'm guessing is going to have all the razor grain we need, I see. And conveniently, all this Nuka drinking is leaving me with the empty bottles I need to actually, yeah, create myself some dirty water. And there's a cooking station right here as well, so I should be able to just craft the boiled water I need immediately. Spot on. Except, hang on. I don't actually have any empty bottles right now. So if I just collect... Have I never known this about... Oh! Okay, you can just collect water and it generates a dirty water even if you don't actually have an empty bottle. I always assumed to do that you'd need an empty bottle like in Fallout 4 survival mode, but no, apparently you can just generate infinite dirty water off any given water pump. I'm assuming that's in the base game and I just never realised. Okay, I need to add an addendum to my Fallout 76 mega video. I said in that water was vastly too plentiful. It turns out that a single water pump can just generate infinite dirty water, and then a single wood can convert 2 of them into a single boiled water. So, water as it turns out is even more ridiculously plentiful than I thought. And bring all that together, and we've got ourselves a fermentable Nuka-Shine. Spot on. Ah, now this is interesting. It's not just generated immediately like anything else is. Instead, I now need to wait for it to brew. Alternatively, I need to figure out a way of speeding it up. So, a warning. Since Nuka-Shine is setting out quickly, Lewis is working on a flash fermenter to age it faster. It's not ready yet, so for your own safety, please do not touch unless you are Lewis. Well, I'm going to touch it anyway. Well, you know what? It sort of worked. Ah, wait, hang on. It wasn't being produced by this thing. I got myself fermentable Nuka-Shine, and it would have fermented naturally over time. But because I shoved it in this thing, it happened instantaneously. Got it. So, that's just basically an exploding device that makes things happen faster.
Here's the report. Quality rating. Forceful. Side effects. Illness. Addiction. Permanent brain damage. You know, the list goes on. It's not great, but you get the idea. Your customers will be raving if you serve this drink. Why? I don't know. But do not sweat the details. Would you come back tomorrow and help me with my daily quality test? I got plenty more recipes to try out.
Alright, and that now completes the quest, so I now can make my own fermenter and booze manufacturer. But, as he's implying right there, there's also more stuff to be done. Come back to him on a daily basis and we can actually unlock more different types of alcohol too, by the sounds of it. And that, broadly, ladies and gentlemen, is everything that we've had added into the game as part of the Wild Appalachia update so far. There's more to come. There's like a new cryptid hunt coming along soon. There's survival mode, of course. That, I think, at least is worth a loot-see, so I'll probably just kind of check in on that when that actually rocks up. But this is what we've got for the first 2 updates, because, yeah, it's a bit of a staggered release. They're releasing it kind of bit by bit, kind of like 1 bit every week or thereabouts, and this is a bit of a tricky one for me to evaluate, because these quests aren't worse than any of the quests that exist in the game right now, and the event isn't the worst one in the game, but it's not the best one either. But I can't help but be fairly disappointed, because this game really needed something to start elevating it, and these updates so far have just been kind of more of the same. The bit they get right is the rewards. The rewards are really, really, really damn good. Because for the parade, you get yourself unique, interesting, very distinctive cosmetics. That's a great reward. That's spot on. And for Nuka-Shine, you get the new types of booze, which seem to be a lot more interesting and a lot more powerful, which for certain character builds is going to be very genuinely useful. So that's a nice sort of thing to have as well. So the rewards are spot on. It's just a shame the quests themselves are a bit uninteresting, with no new enemies to fight, the enemies that do show up not being particularly challenging, no real puzzles, nothing. It's just standard Fallout 76 stuff. So you know what, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough for now, but we'll stick our heads back in next week when survival mode launches, just to see what's going on there, and give you a quick update with what's going on with that. I just really hope that when the new cryptid hunt comes in, that's a bit more interesting, because this is kind of same old, and as I say, that is not what Fallout 76 needs right now. Still, we live in hope that more interesting things are around the corner. I'll keep my eyes open just in case. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nut, and this has been Fallout 76 with the first few updates of Wild Appalachia. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Ah, we have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.